Hello my friends. We are back with more Dragon Age Origins. Alright. Now, like I told you guys already, so here's the village of Haven. This is where Brother TV went to go search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes. And guess what we found? Lothering has been destroyed by Darkspawn. I did not see that coming. Alright. Next up, right now we are going to Frostbag Mountains to get the assistance of the dwarves. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. And we might find some gifts on the way. Oh yeah, those bounty hunters that we killed when we went to go get Sten's sword, but it wasn't here. Here we go.
Thank the Maker, my brother and his friend.
Oh, the guy's talking about Lothering.
King
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have important business in Orzammar.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
I have urgent need to talk to your king.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I'm a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges the Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
If you failed the intimidation, then you would have to fight those guys. Liliana.
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful.
Yes, it is very grand.
And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go.
Don't worry, I'll get you a pet.
Those statues are dwarven paragons, if I remember right.
We prefer that outsiders
best
not
of their
witness our
ancestors.
infighting. But sure. Spare a few bits.
The Paragons.
Wait, is this yours? Oh, my bag of components.
Great, now what are they talking about? Components? What is that, tampons or something? Jeez. So there's a little conflict in Orzammar ever since the king died. When he says return to the stone, I'm guessing that means he's dead. So, later today I'm gonna go get Dragon Age 2 because my other one broke. And yeah. yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. So what's going on in Orzammar?
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Uh-oh. The heck? What's that all about? Wow, there's a serious conflict here in Orzammar. Yeah, I'm siding with Harrowmont. Balin's a dick.
Blind idiots. I won't have fighting in the common, especially in front of outsiders.
If I find that sodding fool, I'll have him in the Legion. Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
The Blight is coming and I need Orzammar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Dick. Let's buy some stuff.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Let's see, let me see what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
This douchebag is obviously on Balin's side. Don't know why. Oh. Huh. I'll take all that stuff. Thank you. Man, this guy's store is badass. Are they starting a chantry here in Orzammar? This way's the Dust Town, right? That's where the Castlists live. I know this because the Dwarf Commoner is a Castlist. The Dwarf Commoner is a Grey Warden you can play in the Origin. Except I'm a human mage, and dwarves can't be mages. So is there any way, but getting back to the topic at hand, is there
excuse me, do you have a moment?
No I don't. I remember that dwarf.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Have a look at my shop, I hope.
Right. Yeah, I have some lovely things here. Lyrium. Enhanced, of course.
I'll take that, and that. Thank you. Need all the gifts we can get. Wow, how strong is this? I'll take that. Alright, so yeah, this dwarf is so stupid. She actually wants me to consider going to the first enchanter and asking him if he would train her as a mage. But we all know that dwarves have, like, resistance to magic, so it's impossible. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell her that, and I'm not going to accept that quest because it's stupid. Go back to camp once in a while to treat injuries. Your party's not as good in a fight without resting. Okay.
So the closer you live to the surface, the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
If you're on the surface and you come back cashless. Or so
Grey
the
Warden
dwarves tell
arrives
us.
in Orzammar, undoubtedly to offer assistance to Lord Harrowmont.
Yeah, we're gonna go, instead of siding with the douchebag Balin Idukin, we're gonna side with Lord Harrowmont. All because he's the good guy and Balin's a douchebag. Dylan.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
How can I prove I'm not working for that douchebag?
That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously. And unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
So you like me to enter the proving in Harrowmont's name?
It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I'll enter the proving and see why the others withdrew.
Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the Proving Master and tell him you're entering Lord Harrowmont's roster. The key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory.
Yeah. That's the thing. Once you side with Balin or Harrowmont, the other side, like say I side with Harrowmont and I'm against Balin, Balin will send some soldiers to kill me. And if I side with Balin, I'm pretty sure Harrowmont is going to send soldiers to kill me, but I never sided with Balin before. What's going on over here?
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman.
Huh. Wonder what's up with this guy.
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
Who is Ogren?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What happened?
All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. But Ogren claimed it was an insult to a paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Branka's honor. Then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through.
Wasn't the duel the first blood?
It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
Who's Branka?
The only paragon in the last 4 generations. Quite an honor for a girl from the Smith caste.
Why did Branka go into the deep roads?
Chasing some old treasure. She was quite secretive. Outright rude, really. She said she never asked to found a house, that she didn't care about politics, and that we were too self-absorbed to defeat the Darkspawn.
She actually threatened anyone who said they'd come after her.
What were you and Ogren arguing about?
It's been 2 years since Branka left. No one has ever stayed in the deep roads that long and survived. The search teams who went out found nothing, but Ogren wants to keep risking lives searching.
I should leave before you start complaining about me too.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Alright guys, I'll see you next time, and hopefully we start the proving and find out a little more about this Branka and Ogren, the drunken dwarf. So I'll see you guys later.